Hello, everyone.
Hi.
I know I have but the body of a weak and feeble woman, but I have the heart and stomach of a king, and of a king of England too. This is a quote by Queen Elizabeth I, a monarch that I was first introduced to when I was 13. And I think you're all curious to know how I came across the quote in the first place. Well, one day I decided to search for famous people who were born or share my birthday, and my disappointment was very evident with the first few results that I saw on the first article that I clicked on. And there was a number of actresses I have never heard of at the time, as well as a handful of male athletes and musicians, such as Eazy-E and Donovan Mitchell. But there was one result that really stood out to me, and it was the name Queen Elizabeth I of England. And I think I was very interested because I never had imagined that I would share a birthday with a monarch or royalty, let alone a well known celebrity. So I will share with you all different reasons why I value this monarch above all others, and I hope that you too can come to appreciate the incredible legacy that Queen Elizabeth I left behind. So let's start with what I believe to be her greatest quality, her unwavering sense of self. One example of her determination, I think, was when she refused to be married off in order to secure an alliance with a powerful nation. She believed that her country faced a lot of pushback from other members of the court, which were mainly male at the time, but she held firm to her beliefs and refused to be married off. And I remember thinking how impressive that was, that she had the resolve to make her own decisions rather than submit to what was expected of her. And I think my admiration was not limited only to her bravery and strength, because it also extended to her clever use of her own gender as a strategic tool. See, Elizabeth often used her perceived vulnerability as a woman to her advantage in order to sort of disarm her opponents and gain the upper hand. And the beauty standards of the Elizabethan era, which was ironically named after her, also sort of worked in her favor. She was reportedly to be so beautiful, and she cared greatly about her physical appearance. She dressed in the latest fashion, and she always kept up with the trends of courtly beauty. And I think while reading these articles and watching these videos as a preteen, I found this particular point to be very relatable because I myself, like any other girl, love to dress up, and I took a high pride in my own appearance. And I think one of the most notable pieces of media that I've consumed about her life was the movie Elizabeth. The movie was depicted her as a queen who was unafraid to express her true desires, challenged conventions, and pushed the boundaries of femininity. Um, it showcased also, I think, her notorious temper because she was well known to be a very angry person. And albeit a quality that should not be glorified, it was a reminder to me that Elizabeth was a human being, and flaws and strengths come with that. And I truly value this portrayal of her character specifically because it does not sort of glorify her mistakes or villainize her, but rather shows her sort of in a realistic and multi-faced way. She is no saint and made mistakes like any other leader, but her ability to learn from them and strive for a better tomorrow inspired me. And she showed me that vulnerability and strength can, in fact, go hand in hand. And such openness was unusual for a leader in her time, and yet she was respected. And I truly admired her for it. Thank you for listening.